So today was a very important day in the history of the Article 26 Backpack, the UC Davis tool for academic mobility, academic and employment mobility. This is the Jarrahiyya refugee camp and the Jasur, American or international-based Syrian NGO, educational NGO, their school. And this is the very first place that I had the opportunity to talk about the backpack idea with a group of Syrian refugee young people, most of whom had been displaced from higher education opportunities in Syria. This includes my friend Manal, who was a teacher here who did 2 years in psychology, clinical psychology at Damascus before leaving, who now is working with doing early childhood education. It also includes my friend Jihad, who was trying to pursue a degree in chemistry and ran afoul of the Syrian government and found himself imprisoned and tortured for several years before coming here. My friend Usama, who for many years was an engineer and studied engineering both on the undergraduate and graduate level, who is working as a teacher here, who finds himself drawn in two different directions in his life. On the one hand, he'd like to return to engineering, and the other, he's thinking that he wants to become an urban planner or a leader in childhood and secondary education. So these are the young people who help me understand why the backpack is important, why it's important to try to do everything we possibly can do to reduce the administrative barriers that are preventing refugee young people from reconnecting with school, but also who persuaded me of the need to build tools to connect the disconnected. And while it's very hard, the Article 26 Backpack is a tool for young people to safely store and share their academic documents and creative achievements. It's also a place for them to begin to build what I call a narrative of achievement, a way for them to tell the world not just of what they've done in the past, what they're planning to do in the future. And so I was very pleased today when, after more than almost a year and a half of planning and development and preparation, my team, in cooperation with Dr. Hannah Ghali's team from the Isam Ferris Institute of the American University in Beirut, were able to come here back to the school and open backpacks, not just for my young colleagues like Jihad and Manal and Usama and Wa'il and Suzanne, who've been helping me for these several months, but also another larger group of young people who were brought to the school to fill their backpacks. So tomorrow, the backpack resumes its journey. We'll be going to another part of Lebanon's Bekaa Valley, where several 100,000 refugees from the war in Syria are trying to make their way to engage more. The backpack is making tremendous progress, and I'm very pleased with how we're doing. And there's something very important about the backpack having its origin in cooperation between refugee young people and academics and humanitarian workers in the West. It's not something we developed in isolation from them. It's something we developed with them as our friends, partners, and colleagues. Thank you.